Amen. Amen. Man, what it meant to me. Everybody try to take the identity. Everybody around me turn to a friend of me. Sit back while I take on a remedy. I cannot let it get into me. It's playing a toll on me mentally.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. We've got two very good defenses on the field today. Both ranked in the top 10 in fewest yards allowed, and each wants to prove that it is no fluke. The Falcons are top 10 in defensive yards allowed, and they go up against the 49ers, who will need to find a way to move the football.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Atlanta Falcons. That'll be taken in the end zone. They go play action here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities, you get over anxious, and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1. Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
Look at 56. Look at 56. Here we go. Over.
Back to throw here. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Left side, it's Dorsett. 11 more on that one and another first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
And avoids the contact by sliding. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
Here we go now.
He'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? And a long way to go for the offense here on second down. They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. It's a foot race. He's at the 30. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey, because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
Now here's the first carry for DeMarco Murray. Down to about the 22 here. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. That was 2nd down run for Murray. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Offense coming up, needing 2 yards on 3rd down. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And, oh, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here.
Let's go.
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. And that is going to be incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. And following that penalty, the offense really backed up now on 3rd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Rolling to his right. It's caught. Jones. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Set. Green 39. Green 39. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So no gain on the play. They'll decline the penalty to not give him the down back.
And were you thinking to yourself that maybe they would take the yardage there?
Yeah,
because
possibly.
I definitely was. But as you noted, maybe they're just looking at the downs chart and saying, okay, we're comfortable where we are.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Vic Beasley. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Garoppolo looks to throw. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he'll be taken down just shy of the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards. On 1st down, Murray. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They go back to Murray on 1st down. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, that run wasn't very successful. They did have a big one on the previous play. So you get the sense that the offense is probing around, trying to find the ones that are going to work. And when they find them, they'll keep coming back to them.
Now Garoppolo throwing on 2nd. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. The 20. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And his throw is incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. And now it's 3rd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle 3rd of the field where he threw that one.
Let's go! Green 39!
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And the 13-year man puts it through, and the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. And we were scoreless up until this point in the second quarter. Now we finally have a little action.
Let's see where this action takes us. First quarter, no points at all. Now we've got our first score of the game. Well, does that signal that we're going to get more as we go along, or will it revert back to what we saw in the beginning of the game?
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
He'll drop to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jeremiah Tauchu coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Now back to throw. He's going to waft one deep left side here. It's caught inside the 25. A big play on 3rd down for the Falcons. 59 yards.
Well, they just treated 3rd and long as simply an opportunity to make an even bigger play. Normally, you're just trying to pick up the 1st down and you know where the sticks are. They took this thing way downfield. Confidence in the receivers to go up and make a play, even with defenders around them.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Looking to throw. He's going to air one out. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now. 1:59 to go in the 1st half. Here's Matt Bosher now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense,
under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
It's a 4-yard pickup, and it's a 2nd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Now the Niners get there and bring him down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run here with Freeman. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Again, it'll be Freeman. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the great move out of the bag, but couldn't do a ton with it.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Both the run and pass still in play here on 3rd and goal. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman as the first half is winding down. And the Falcons are in for 6. So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the second half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation where you try and get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot at to start the second half.
Could be a big turnaround. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Again here on 2nd and 10. Deep ball for Goodwin. That's caught inside the 20. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Well, still in search of the 1st down after that last completion.
Here we go now.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. Oh, he can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Dorsett. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
defense,
we
got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
They'll set up a throw. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. They get the penalty yardage back, plus 5 more as they get it to 2nd and 5.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Running right, this is Freeman. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They'll set up to throw. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Here's Matt Bosher now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he is knocked down from the side. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Garoppolo. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Grady Jarrett in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, This feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Dorsett on the return. A tremendous return there, 39 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And now a fumble. The ball's out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession.
All right, here we go.
He'll look to throw. Record another sack, their 6th of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw here. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Leopard.
They'll look to throw. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he's able to get the 1st before he's taken down at the 36. It's a gain of 7, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. Fresh set of downs here.
Let's go. No. Check. Patriot. Watch him now, Barney. No. Check. Patriot.
He'll look to throw. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. A gain of 32 that time.
They took a shot downfield towards the end zone, and he came up with a big-time catch, but he was tackled a little bit short of the goal line. Now the defensive guys, they got to pick their heads up and try and hold them to a field goal attempt.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. They're going to look to throw. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And Bryant's kick is good. And the lead stretches to 9. It's now 12-3. So a big one there as that gives them a little cushion.
And you know, here in the fourth quarter, the fact that they were able to bleed some time off the clock and put points on the board, even if it's only 3, that could turn out to be the drive that ultimately wins them the game.
The 49ers getting set to trot out there. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, blitz coming, and down he goes. Eli Harold in there with pressure yet again. And that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon. Gets to him again.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
I know exactly why he tried to throw the ball to Julio Jones there. He's never considered covered. He's either too fast or too strong. You always try and get it to him.
Especially on those deep passes. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence.
And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Vic Beasley in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped. But I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Over the middle to Evans. And they're going to get this one up past the 25. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Well, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Second down following the incompletion. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Niners on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And now whistles and a flag. And I think we got a jump here. So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go. And he jumped a little bit too early.
The Niners on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Garoppolo, got to have this one. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot. Great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Here we go now. 3-19.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
And Bryant's kick is good. And that's going to bump up their lead now to 15-3. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give them some breathing room and lets them build up a little cushion.
The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Garoppolo now. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
It's a give to Freeman running right. And now running right through it. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Second down to the offense needing 5 yards. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Solomon Thomas able to use that strength and get him for a loss of 2. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And he goes in motion here in the backfield.
Check. Patriot.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. They need to get this to the 24 on third down. Back to throw here. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us want to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit. Taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to...
And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for the Niners. 46 yards. And he's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down. That's why the defensive guys have to feel pretty good, even though he's over 100 yards.
Yeah, he topped 100 with that last catch. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Garoppolo to try again on second down. He'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone.
All right,
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like you know his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do you know, what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds, and then the last second, oh no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to letting it slip away.
On third down, Devontae Freeman. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it.